Hello, this is Ari with Modern Telecom. I'm here to give you an orientation on your new phones. These are the Fanvil Model X5U telephones, and in order to make a call, you can either pick up the phone and dial your phone number. In this case, I'm going to dial a local callee extension, and if I just leave it like this, it will ultimately make the call for me. But also, if I'm in a hurry, I can press the dial button. So just remember, it's like a cell phone in that it has a dial button to send the call, but if you don't press anything for a few seconds, it will make the call for you. All right, if you want to use the speakerphone, just don't pick up the handset and you can dial directly on the phone. Same thing, you can either wait a few seconds or press the dial button and it will make the call. When you're on speakerphone, if you then want to hang up, you've got this button down here which toggles the speakerphone on and off. You do not need to dial 9 for an outside line. Alright, if you do not want to receive calls, perhaps you're in a meeting or you're busy, you have a button here called DND. This stands for Do Not Disturb. So if you push this button, now you'll notice at the top right of the screen there is a red stop sign. This means you will not receive calls, the phone will not ring, and all your calls will go to voicemail. To toggle this off, you can push the Do Not Disturb button again. I'm going to show you how you can look up the name and extension of a colleague without referring to a piece of paper copy of your directory, which might be out of date. So the latest version of the directory for the company would be if you push this button here for directory. When you push that, it immediately downloads the latest directory of all the extensions within the company. And you can scroll up and down using the arrows to locate somebody, but a more practical way would be just to try to spell the person's just a couple of the letters, and that will reduce the list down. So for example, if I want to look for all the people that maybe start with the letter R, so I could just push the 7 button 3 times because that'll land on the R key, so E, Q, R. There we go. So now I've got it down to people with R. Now let's suppose I'm looking for, Ryan, so I'll type the Y next. So the 9 key has W, X, and Y on it. I'll push that 3 times to cycle through to Y. So W, X, Y. And there we go. So now it's found Ryan's extension. I can now move the arrow down to select him. There might be multiple Ryans, so you might still have to move up and down to select somebody, but you have a much shorter list now. And you could press the dial button, and that'll go directly to Ryan's extension.
You have reached the voicemail system.
We have some speed dial keys down here on this bottom screen on the phone. It has multiple pages, so these buttons can be cycled through to show different extensions. So for example, this button down here will cycle this to another page. And here you've got a bunch of people on this page. And if I click that again, you'll have some more people. So you'll find that depending on which plant you're in, we've customized the directory to accommodate people that are on your team. So people in the main building will see their customer service and accounting colleagues, and people in the bulk warehouses will see their colleagues as part of the bulk companies. So, and then this last page is in common with all the phones, and that's just a speed dial to each facility, each plant. So the advantage here is if you just want to quickly get to the Lachine plant, you can push that speed dial button and you'll get right into that plant. You'll notice that at times they can change colors, and in this case, this top one is a yellow color. That means that that person is on Do Not Disturb. So their light will be yellow because they're in a meeting or don't want to be disturbed. This other person here is red. That means that they're on a call right now. So if you needed to transfer a call or have a meeting with them or go speak with them, you'd have to wait till the red light is off and returns to green. That means that they're no longer on a phone call. And there, their light's just gone green, so now they're off the phone and available to speak to you. I'm going to show you how to do a blind call transfer. This is when you transfer a call to another extension or another department. I'm going to call into this phone right now. All right, and from this phone, I'm going to simulate transferring this call. Let's suppose I'm going to transfer it to the P6 plant. So I will press the transfer button up here, and then I'm going to grab the speed dial button for P6, and then I'm going to press transfer again.
Thank you for calling Transcare Logistics.
And that's how we've transferred the call over
Our
to
offices are currently closed.
another department. The same thing would apply if I were transferring to a colleague's extension. So for example, I've answered the call, and now I'm going to transfer to my colleague at 270 and press transfer again.
You have reached the voicemail system.
I can then hang up.
Please leave your message after the tone.
I'm going to show you how to place calls on hold, followed by how to do call parking as well, and what the difference is. So when you want to place a call on hold, there's a button that's right over here that says hold. If we push that, the caller is going to hear hold music. You can hear it a bit here in the background. And to resume that call off hold, you'll just press the resume button, and then you've taken that person off hold. Now, when you place somebody on hold, that call can only be retrieved from the phone that put it on hold. You can't then go to another phone and take that call off hold, which is a useful feature if suppose you've answered on one phone and you need to go to another area or department and retrieve that call, or perhaps you're going to put somebody on hold and then maybe call a colleague to say that you've got somebody on hold that you need to speak to. So this is called parking, that feature. It's different than hold because when you park a call, another phone could retrieve that call. So for example, I'm going to push one of these 3 parking spots. These are available parking spots that anybody can use. And if I push this one right now, the caller is going to hear some music. This phone is now disconnected. But as you can see on both of the phones here, this red light is flashing next to the parking spot. That's going to happen on every single phone in the company. So you can now go to any phone and push that button to retrieve the call. Now, since we're using this phone because it placed the outbound call, I'm just going to pretend this is now a different phone. And if I push this parking spot, I've then retrieved that call. And remember, this could have been any phone in the company or at any of the plants, or the bulk plants. You could have pushed that parking button to retrieve the call. So during the time at which, suppose, it's parked, you could now use this phone to place another call to a colleague and say, hey, we've got a call parked on parking spot, and you can tell them parking spot 1. Then you can hang up, they can get to a phone and retrieve that call by pressing parking spot 1. Also know that if you ever need to reach us for technical support or are having any problems with your phone, you can dial 611 from your phone, and that will speed dial directly to Modern Telecom for technical support. You've reached Modern Telecom. Thanks for calling. Thanks for watching.